Hello and dearly welcome to the last EPP podcast of season 11, I think it was. We finished the session and the season in the year 1765, and well, a lot of big wars in the end, so I will take you through most of the big stuff that happened in the end. So, let's start with the usual suspect, Oda. Oda overall pretty good income, 800. Really strong army, 1.6 million. You can easily go above first limit. Nice generals as well. Overall, I would probably rate him the strongest. That's a Christianity one. Yeah. Probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest military nation at the moment in this game. He picked up plutocratic quality-quantity offensive. The only thing I disagree with is the plutocratic pickup first. I would put it a bit behind. Overall, a solid choice with religious, economic, humanist. I think overall this combination is pretty good. I think that humanist ideas is one of the most underrated groups, and it showed in the end because more and more people picked it up. Economic ideas is S in vanilla, like a no-brainer, probably. And it's pretty good. Overall, his score was 4,035, and he has a pretty good depth from 2,759 at the end. As you can see, he conquered some stuff here. Overall, pretty solid. Some points to spend. Overall, pretty successful campaign from him, I would say. Next up, we go to Song. That's the wrong tag. Professional podcast, by the way. Song, insane points. Yeah, Texas is fighting wars in the New World. Texas was not as wholesome, and he was trash talking a lot. Yeah. Texas right now is just a powerhouse. The manpower here is really strong. I think he burned all of his manpower. I know he's just tanking it up. Pretty wholesome. Overall good national build up. Relation was in a strong spot. With development wise, it's on 3,527 points. And if you take a look at this is still one of the most beautiful things in the game. Like, pretty much every province level up to 30. Wholesome. And you have Hangzhou at 67. Pretty amazing. Let's take a look at this province, 16 ducats. Pretty sexy, I would say. Idea-wise, he went for the following build. Defensive, innovative, quality, plutocratic, economic, maritime. He had Explo and had some colonies like Can't Wake Me Up or Cebu, one at the beginning. And then he Wake Me Up Australia. That's the new one. Malaya looking pretty strong. Here, Sung, pretty nice finish. Like, this one is a bit underwhelming, but overall pretty okay. Really like the pickup. So let's take a look. And he has 6,325 points. Let's take a look at Malaya. Malaya is insanely rich. Should have developed quite a lot. Let's take a look at the development overall. There are still some underwhelming thingies, like this could be developed way more. Like here, this doesn't need to be that bad. Overall, that's a bit underwhelming. Like, his income is really strong, 1,000 ducats. Army is pretty good. Everything is pretty good. Nation is in a strong spot. Like a cash nation overall. Really liked the build up. Sadly, he never went to war with the more relevant nations. He joined this war though against Great Britain. I hope they dies horribly in that war. Yeah. Well, I had 8,433 points, so the third place point wise. And he has very similar 3,539 death. So slightly higher, 12 death higher than San. Let's take a look at Siam at the end of the game. Here, Siam is insanely rich, nothing new, nation is still in the same spot as always, fixed the morale problems. Overall in a good spot. Here, there's nothing much to say about Siam. Like, Siam is probably the strongest nation mill-wise. With Swasha, like the manpower here is a big oof. And I think the plutocratic pickup is insanely wrong. It should have been a pickup of quantity ideas. Like already the force limit is pretty strong, but with an additional 600 force limit, it would be like unbeatable. 9,926 points, pretty strong. Second in score. First in depth with over 5,000 depth. Like nearly every state, but the newly conquered ones are 2020 states. Ooh, 591. Overall, had pretty insane rulers. For the game, like as you can see here, pretty strong. Tier 5 rulers everywhere. Everything finished here besides expand overseas, which is a pretty dumb modifier anyways. Probably the strongest military overall. A bit low on the professionalism side, but in Asia there's no real opponent left for him. Let's take a look at Yuan. Yuan has an insane build up right now. 30k economy boomed. First limit boomed, like the entire nation boomed with the pickup of quantity ideas. I think if he would have done this a bit sooner, he would have been an insanely strong country, even stronger than he already was. Overall, Yuan probably one of the stronger nations at the end of the game with the insane combat ability if he uses all the modifiers. Sadly, did not get to the point where he could restore the Mongol Empire, but overall, I think you can say he was pretty successful with his run. Like, this one is a bit surprising to say the least. Does he even have ships? No, he does not have. Alright, like the culture conversions. What is he culture converting to, if I may? Oh, the Uzbek here, if he would have gotten banners. This would have gotten insane. Overall, pretty strong game of Yuan. Revolutionary Ruthenia. I get long party flashbacks. Yeah. Government's looking pretty good. Like it's usual revolutionary thingy. Income is straight up poop. Army is okay. Generals are strong. Idea pickup is pretty good, even though I dislike innovative idea pickups. Overall, 2020 everywhere and even higher in some places. Wasting policy is not wholesome. I like that's one of the revolutionary ones. Yeah, the nation is looking good. Like it's relevant on the warfare side, but not relevant outside. The economy is just straight up garbage. But the army is pretty strong. Swasha with an insane ruler, insane heir, kind of the opposite of the player. Kappa, not wholesome. This one is looking really good. I can say a lot of positive things about this nation, like the manpower recovery. Even with this is pretty strong. It does not even have every modifier up. Like this is probably around 35,000. What the fuck is this reinforcement cost rate? Does he have it? I like here. A pretty good pickup overall. He was in a war against Great Britain and took some German clay. He has 6,967 points. Probably the strongest nation military-wise with Siam. This would be here. If he fixes it, it's like 1 million per click. Pretty strong overall. The quality, thanks to the Swedish ideas, is insane too. Yeah, I would pretty much say Russia was the strongest nation left in the game. Income is sexy as well. Take a look at that as well. 833. That happens when you sit back at that for like 2 or 3 sessions straight. Poland, yeah, was not played in the end. Poland overall the relevant nation for all the game. Fought back against Russia for all the game. Yeah, sorry if I'm not well. Some cat, my computer just showed me that I'm running out of memory. Yeah, I just still thought delete my tribute videos, Kappa. Yeah, I dislike the economic innovative pickup. Overall, the nation had seen better days. Overall, there's still a lot of stuff to develop. This is one of the things I really disliked about Poland. That could have been way better. But overall, his problem was that he became the second nation in a somewhat equal alliance for most of the game later on against Italy. Let's take a look at Ram. Ram got deleted. Let's take a look at the relevant nation of Texas. Yeah, Texas, howdy. Ted Cruz, the Zodiac Killer with 9.54. Goes job, Aussie. Generals are strong. Disciplines, alright. The nation could probably be a bit stronger, but he's already 25 fucking years ahead. Pretty strong. And here's expanding. Here's well, and no one here can beat him. Like, border situation is just straight garbage. Here they can expand easily. Excuse me, I'm a bit sleepy. Yeah, I really like Texas. Like, you finally become relevant later in the game. Let's take a look at the top /area player Slaying Beast. Credits to Dux for that awesome meme that triggered Slaying Beast. Love ya, bro. Slaying Beast, the host. Thanks for hosting, by the way. Really good nation getting subsidies from Malaya. And what the hell? He's getting attacked by Zayt, totally relevant Zayt. When I see this 160k cannon stacks, I want to book. This is just straight up misplay. Yeah, even I can say something about misplays. It's probably going to lose this war, even though I don't know how. He should easily stomp Great Britain now. Like, the army stats are pretty wholesome. Tiles at this place. And now we're taking a look at Great Britain. Place 1. Score-wise, probably. Yeah, at 30,134. There's 8, making a pretty good income. Like, his army maintenance close to 1,000. Could probably have been a bit stronger, but he got wrecked here in Europe. Went to do this. I disagree with this. I don't even know what this is for. Nation had some beatings. Their set is probably alright, but he couldn't really do much like game against Russia. I think his biggest fault was that he let Russia grow that big, and I think he agrees on that one as well. Let's take a look at France. France right now in the war with Italy. Honorable 101. Purple, some big misplays early game, but managed to recover. Around 20 war score. He is really low on manpower, already out of professionalism. As well, insane army stats. Can continue to fight the war for a long time. Here is going to win that battle here. Already having some troubles here. And Italy can probably push like around. His army is around 1 million right now. Overall, pretty successful war by Purple, even though Italy will win it in the long run. Pretty strong game. He has some stuff here. And did a lot of damage here, actually. Like, the rebel stuff is interesting to look at. Let's finish it with a look at Italy. Not well played war. Yes, rebel didn't forcing demands like here in Eritrea. Like, he would just send a stack here and clear it. Vice versa. Here, trying to push the south again. You can just pressure here again. Italy at the end had a pretty decent army, like not as strong as it used to be. As you can see, marking the advisor here. The advisor, the icon. Kabila used Welsi again. Their recruitment sabotage plus war exhaustion is actually pretty strong here. Insanely good generals. I disagree with the administrative pickup. Overall, pretty subpar. One I would have loved to see Humanist here. Pretty good game overall for his first game, I would assume, but like the potential would have been way higher. Development wise, the nation is around 20 everywhere in the core states, beside this one. This one is garbage because he conquered it from Rum. Attack wise, he caught up. Probably would be able to get on a good death spray and have a good death timing in 18 years. Here, plays okay. Like at the end, 4th place here. The development is 2,565. If I would be the one to say who's the winner of the campaign, I would say pretty much Siam is the strongest nation development-wise. Russia has the most accomplishments in the session. Overall, the strongest army is probably between Siam, Oda, and Russia. The quiet quality is probably Oda, Russia, and Siam. Siam has the bigger, like the overall biggest army strength. Malaya won over Great Britain economy-wise. Overall, the top 3 nations at this point are probably Siam, Russia, and Oda. Then followed up by Great Britain, Yuan, Italy, Malaya. At this point, most nations are strong enough. Anyways, I would really say thank you for watching the podcast overall. They're not that high quality yet. I will try to improve them for the next games. And here you can see the casualties overall. As usual, this shit is not working. Typical paradox. Yeah, thanks for joining and watching, and see you next season.